From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Set, cut. The mic. 97's the mic. He don't know no better.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. The mic. 97's the mic. Be a long day for you. Two times. 4 down.
On 1st and 10, Burris. And this one complete to Smith. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 2. He'll buy some time right. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Burris. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
24 is the mic.
Jackson on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Mack off the draw play. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off play action. Burris eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to...
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Pierre Desir in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Burris, complete. Smith has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down. Burris. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and 10 at the 28-yard line. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Shift. Check 15. Check 15.
On the draw, here's Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, Burris. Complete to Bryant. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Miller, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Looking to throw. Burris. It's caught. Smith. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Go. Go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
24 is the mic. Pull it together. 24 is the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Throwing again. Jackson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to Jackson, hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Jackson on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 23 yards, the final tally. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, we got four. Got four down. Four down. Watch out. Check 99. Check 99.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And his throw is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his man Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if... And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jeffrey Simmons, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. That one good for 24 yards.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Burris. And this one complete to Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Boris, the open man is Smith. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bernard. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Butt set. Tight up.
3rd and 6.
Let's go. Come on. I'm coming. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, they're scared. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Come on. I got him.
On 3rd down, Boris. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
You can't hurt. Put up. Deuce. What? Go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go. Drop deep. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Here we go. Here I come again.
And that'll set him back 5. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Marlon Mack. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Colts.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, a magic number. Was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
You better be afraid of me. You better. Easy. Hey, go 66. Under 10.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, complete. Smith has it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Good try. Hey, Alpha. 58 is a Mike. 53, lead now.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, that's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on third. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
We got 4. We got 4.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. He completes this one to Mack. 11 yards there, first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey. What? 24. Watch 24. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist.
Jackson will throw again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Throwing now. Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. Pittsburgh.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Jackson. That one into the hands of Kane. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brady. This one caught by Davis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Brady, a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield. And
to the U.S.